downtown Detroit. Local 4 News at noon starts now.
And we start with a murder mystery. A 31-year-old woman shot and killed while out for a morning jog. And today there is a renewed effort to track down her killer. Brandon?
4 Live radar shows rain racing through the area. Still going to try to warm things up.
Plus, we're following breaking news from Detroit's west side. A wanted fugitive shot by the U.S. Marshals Service. But first, even more breaking news now out of Birmingham. That's where several buildings have been evacuated because of a gas leak. City Hall and the public library all had to be evacuated after a construction crew hit a gas line. You're looking at live pictures now from the scene. This is right at the corner of Martin Street and Bates. And drivers there are being asked to avoid the area while Consumers Energy is on scene there working to repair the line. Of course, we'll let you know when everything has been given the all clear. Also breaking this afternoon, multiple agencies on the scene on Detroit's west side after a wanted fugitive is shot by the U.S. Marshals Service. Let's go live now to Local 4's Coco McAboy. She joins us from the scene this afternoon. Coco, break down what happened here.
Evrod, the shooting happened after the U.S. Marshals tried arresting the man who is a wanted fugitive in his mid to late 20s. And we spoke to a witness who saw the shooting all unfold.
Never seen anything like it, because I'm on my way home now. Oh, that was scary right there.
Terry Jackson was just getting off of the bus when the shooting happened.
All of a sudden, you heard gunshots, blah, blah, blah. He fell in the field. Then that's when you heard all these police cars just coming out of nowhere.
The U.S. Marshals say the man who was shot was a wanted fugitive with several other warrants for his arrest.
He was wanted for parole violation, for enticing a child for immoral purposes, as well as motor vehicle theft.
The shooting happened after officers tried arresting the fugitive who was coming from a house in the area of Linwood and Tuxedo.
During the course of the investigation, when they attempted to apprehend the gentleman, he backed into, forcefully rammed one of our officers' cars, which is a deadly force situation.
It's unknown how many times the man was shot, but he was taken to an area hospital. His condition, though, is unknown as police continue their investigation. And we asked officers if the man had a weapon or fired any shots at them, and they say that's still under investigation. Reporting live this noon, I'm Coco McAboy, Local 4.
We want to get to even more breaking news that we're following from Washington this afternoon. That's where the Department of Homeland Security has unveiled a sweeping plan to deport undocumented immigrants. The memos instruct all customs agents to identify, capture, and deport every undocumented immigrant that they find. The new plan also calls for any undocumented immigrants caught entering the country to be detained until their cases are resolved. The memos do not mention the idea of using National Guard troops for detaining immigrants, as was projected last week. Also in Washington, President Trump spoke at the National Museum of African American History today. At the event, President Trump denounced bomb threats made to Jewish community centers around the country and said anti-Semitism has to stop. During his speech, the president talked about how serious these threats are and made it very clear that there's still a lot of work to do.
The anti-Semitic threats targeting our Jewish community and community centers are horrible and are painful and a very sad reminder of the work that still must be done to root out hate and prejudice and evil.
Meanwhile, the president is still expected to unveil a revised executive order on immigration sometime this week. Here at home now, tonight, Mayor Duggan, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan, will deliver his annual State of the City address. That is scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight. Of course, you can watch it live right here on Local 4, or you can stream it on our website. Click on Detroit.com. All right, I'm loving the weather these days, and I think that you at home would probably say the same thing, too. Let's bring in meteorologist Brandon Rue now for a look at some precipitation that might be falling our way.
Well planned, too. I mean, middle of the day here, so we get kind of what we need, you know, rain or snow. We need a little bit of wet weather, and we're getting some in the area. Not having a huge impact on temperatures. We've got upper 40s to low 50s. Metro Airport at 51, Monroe at 52. We have 48 degrees right now in Pontiac, and a lion's share of the rain has been Livingston, Oakland, Lapeer counties. As we look at the current situation, you see that's where some of the heavier rains have gone through. Everything has dwindled down at least to a light rain shower along and north of M59, I-69 up in our north zone, but we still have some showers that are trying to work their way through. This could be a couple of hours before we start to see the end of the showers. You see the heavier rain and snow to the north, drifting east, and heavier batches of rain to the south. Also a near miss. So we're right in the middle and weakening, but still some rain showers around here through the next couple of hours. Again, by 2 o'clock, that rain moving east, and that will allow our temperatures to warm up. About 58 degrees this afternoon and near record high temperatures in the forecast. Everett, I'll have that coming up.
Alrighty, Brandon, we'll check back in with you in just a little bit. 9 people are safe this afternoon after being trapped in a house fire on Detroit's west side. This fire started around 3 this morning in a car that was parked on Avon Street, and then fire quickly spread to the nearby house when EMS responded. We've learned that 9 people were saved from that fire, including 4 children. After the rescue, the Detroit Fire Commissioner says that he couldn't be more proud of his first responders.
Both of these medics, again, without the turnout gear and everything else, actually went above and beyond. They stopped the fire, they saved the house, and they saved 9 people in the process.
And we really appreciate their efforts there. At this point, it's exactly unclear. It's still unclear what caused this fire, while an investigation is still underway. And the search continues today for the attackers in an ambush killing on Detroit's east side last night. Police say 3 gunmen made their way into an apartment on Whittier and Beaconsfield and just started shooting. 2 men were inside of the apartment at the time, and one of them was shot several times. Sadly, he died from his injuries. The victim was 37 years old. His name has not been released, and so far no arrests have been made, while the motive behind this killing is still unknown. It's a murder mystery that has stumped investigators. A woman in Rose Township killed while out on her morning jog. That was back in July of last year. And in about an hour, there will be a renewed push to catch her killer. Local 4's Nick Monticelli explains what's going to be happening later today.
Good afternoon. This press conference, this event is supposed to start about an hour from now in Rose Township. And Crime Stoppers of Michigan is doing this because they want to make sure this case does not get forgotten about.
There's a girl laying in my yard that just got shot a couple times.
It was 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, July 20th in Rose Township. Alexandra Bruger was jogging when she was shot and left for dead on the side of the road. Bruger, better known as Alex or Allie, was an avid jogger. This route on Fish Lake Road was her usual one every morning. Her friends still have no idea why someone would kill the 31-year-old registered nurse.
I can't believe it happened, to be honest. It hasn't sunk in.
Now, 7 months later, her murder remains a mystery. She was gunned down in the middle of the day on a dirt country road, but no one saw anything, or at least enough, to figure out who killed her. Today, Crime Stoppers will push again for any information in her case, offering a reward of up to $7,500. They are hoping, and many are praying, that a tip that might seem irrelevant or nothing at all might connect some dots. After all, many cases are solved thanks to tipsters who had no idea the small amount of information they had made a case. And most importantly, it will finally bring answers to Bruger's family. And we cannot stress how important those tips can be. I've talked to detectives who said that many times people think that what they know is so small or so relevant, they won't even bother calling the detectives. They don't want to bother them. Well, the detectives say, please bother us, because those small things could make their case. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
The world's first Kmart is officially closing its doors in Garden City. That Kmart first opened back in 1962 on Ford at Middle Belt Road. And for the past 55 years, the store's been a pillar in Garden City. Unfortunately, Kmart as a company has been struggling financially, leaving the Garden City location as one of many across the country that have been forced to close. In Macomb County now, officials there are working to bring a new aircraft to Selfridge Air Base. Macomb County Executive Mark Hackel announced the plan at a news conference earlier this morning. Hackel says that county officials are launching an advocacy campaign to bring the F-35 Lightning combat aircraft to the air base there in Harrison Township. Well, it was earlier this month when a 3-year-old girl was alone on the streets of Detroit's east side, and that's when Harold Butler did the right thing. He took her to a warm place and then to the police department, who were able to locate her mother. Today, Detroit's City Council honored Butler for his concern for that girl.
That's a baby. She didn't have a clue what was going on. Not to mention that it's cold and she didn't have a coat on. And so he didn't think twice about it. He did what he felt was best as a father, as a Detroiter, and as a strong black man. So for that.
And we need more people like Harold Butler in this world, don't we? He was presented, as you can see here, with the Spirit of Detroit Award, a very high honor. And as you can hear, it was also to the applause of the city council members. We appreciate him. Still to come here at noon, increased security around the morgue where the body of Kim Jong-un's brother is stored. New developments this afternoon in his mysterious death. Plus, a 15-year-old Mexican teen shot across the border back in 2010. We'll tell you why this case is now at the Supreme Court level. And we are continuing to follow breaking news on Detroit's west side. That is where U.S. Marshals have shot a wanted sex offender. That man is currently in the hospital. And even more breaking news out of Birmingham now, where we're waiting on the all clear after City Hall and the Birmingham Public Library were evacuated because of a gas leak. Consumers Energy there on the scene working to repair the gas line. It's right there at the corner of Martin Street and Bates. We'll let you know when that all clear is given. We're back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. It was a terrifying scene at a shopping mall in a suburb of Melbourne, Australia today when a small plane carrying 4 American tourists crashed and burned. The 4 Americans and their Australian pilot all died when that small plane crashed just shortly after takeoff from a nearby airport. 2 of the victims from Texas have been identified by relatives. Police say the pilot reported catastrophic engine failure before that crash, and nobody on the ground was injured. And in Washington now, Supreme Court justices are hearing arguments from the family of a 15-year-old Mexican teen who was shot across the border back in 2010. The victim's family wants to sue the federal agent for damages, and so far, no ruling in this case has been made. Well, there are new developments today in the mysterious death of Kim Jong-nam, the estranged half-brother of the North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. Here's what we know. Kim died after he was confronted by 2 women in the main airport of Malaysia. 4 people are in custody right now. An autopsy showed no evidence of a heart attack or any puncture wounds. Chemical tests on the body are underway, and there's increased security around the morgue where the body is being stored. However, Malaysian authorities have not explained the added police presence in this case just yet. But of course, this is a story that we are continuing to follow as there's a lot of interest in exactly what happened here in this case. Again, a story that we will definitely continue to keep you updated on. Still to come here at noon, it's fast, fresh, and it's putting a focus on ingredients found right here in Detroit. We're going to tell you more about this brand new food spot. It's coming up for Tasty Tuesday, Brandon. It's a good one.
Very good, and a good deal coming your way with that one as well to get out and enjoy. Now, you may need the windshield wipers and umbrellas. Temperatures are going to start taking off again after the midday rain today, tracking another record high potential. Stay right there. Well, good Tuesday afternoon. If today was the day you were going to cut the grass, maybe get out in the garden, wait a minute. It's the end of February, but it's been feeling a lot like that kind of weather, right? Very spring-like. Still, your midday plans a little bit in jeopardy because of the wet weather coming through. 51 degrees right now, southwest wind at about 7. Here's a look at some of the rain showers right now. Livingston, Oakland County. It's been sort of training through your neck of the woods here for the last couple of hours, up into Lapeer County as well, and barely hitting us here on the east side, but there are more and more showers still to come. The heaviest stuff up north and down to the south, and we're just sort of stuck in the middle with you, and it is breaking apart this line. It's a warm front and a cold front, and it will help to scoot that line through. Upper 50s once the rain is done between 2 and 3 o'clock. 58 degrees again after the rain showers move out of the area. It stays mostly cloudy. And this evening, a stray shower or an area of drizzle overnight down to about 45 degrees, waking up with some patchy fog early on your Wednesday. So warm front comes through, which is why we expect temperatures still to get into those upper 50s. And then this cold front is really going to help scoot those showers from west to east as we go through the afternoon. We'll stop it here at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And again, just a little area of drizzle or two if you have any evening plans out there. May get a couple of drips and drops, but no big widespread rains coming until Friday. Wednesday, we're going to wait and clear the skies out. Morning fog and then afternoon, mid-afternoon sunshine should really help temperatures take off into those middle 60s. 65 is the record, and it will be a close call. I'm going for 66, so could be a record-setting day on your Wednesday here in Metro Detroit with afternoon sun. Too many clouds on Thursday, but still very mild, and rain and thunder showers sweep through the area on Friday. Going to be a bit stormy to end the work and school week, and cooling down this weekend. It is lunch hour, and sometimes it can be hard to find something fast for lunch or even dinner that's fresh and fantastic. Well, this Tasty Tuesday, It's a Wrap and more means light, fresh, and healthy. If you're looking for something fast and fresh, we have your savory solution. What more can I say? It's a wrap.
It'll be a quick lunch and you don't feel overfull and overstuffed, and everything is guaranteed fresh.
The produce and protein.
Salads, wraps, pita pockets, pitas, so it will be very affordable.
All locally sourced from Eastern Market, served fresh here near Grand River and the Southfield Freeway at It's a Wrap and More.
Chicken and waffle wrap, and it has bacon, shredded cheese, powdered sugar, and then we have a chipotle mayo syrup on there.
Or you can wrap your mouth around a shrimp spinach wrap.
It has shrimp, red onions, tomatoes, fresh spinach, and then it has like a garlic aioli on it.
You'll find the same fresh and creative twist on the docket in co-owner Tiffany Williams' Pita Pocket.
Philly cheesesteak, it has steak, tri-colored peppers, fresh onions, a little cheese, and then we have our A1 aioli in the Pita Pocket.
Outsourcing even desserts to the A-Team Cheesecake Boys here in the D.
Banana pudding cheesecake. We have a peach cobbler cheesecake, and then we have a red velvet cheesecake.
Well, today they brought in a Fruity Pebbles cheesecake, a strawberry shortcake cheesecake, and a cinnamon toasted crunch cheesecake. It was amazing. It's a Wrap offering 20% off any 2 wraps. They're also offering 10% off cheesecakes. The restaurant, again, located on Grand River. That's between the, I guess, near the Southfield Freeway on Detroit's west side.
Oh, and their food is fantastic. Brandon, thank you. Still to come, we are talking about Bao Bao's big trip. He's a 3-year-old panda, and his journey's beginning.
Replay song.
All right, finally here at noon.
Yeah, Bao Bao, the popular giant panda at the Smithsonian National Zoo, is preparing for a cross-continent flight to China today.
Well, good for him. This 3-year-old panda is making his way across the world to join China's panda breeding program. Now, luckily, Bao Bao will have a comfortable flight. Her plane is packed with her favorite foods, which would probably include, what was that, bamboo? It also has a zookeeper and a vet to make sure that Bao Bao never gets sick.
Oh, Pringles and
some snacks and all that kind of
licorice.
stuff.
You know,
wow.
oh.
I hope they bring that toy as well. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for Local 4 News at noon. Don't forget to tune in for the State of the City address tonight at 7, featuring, of course, Mayor Mike Duggan. And you can also stream that on our website, clickondetroit.com, where, of course, you can find news and weather 24 hours a day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.